All right, so we're going to multiply polynomials. We're going to use what we call the box method. All right, in science, these are called Punnett squares for DNA purposes. So basically, I'm going to go ahead and look at my problem. This is a monomial and this is a binomial. So my monomial is going to go on the outside here, and then my binomial is going to go on top. So I'm going to separate it as positive 2v goes first, and then 3. So this is a mono times a binomial. So now we're supposed to multiply all of the big numbers, all right? So I have 2 times 6, that's going to be 12, leave some space. 3 times 16, that's going to be 18. Oh, sorry, 3 times 6 is 18. And now we're supposed to add the exponents, right? Add the exponents. So right here, when I have a v and another v, there's supposed to be a little 1 and a little 1. So if I have 1 and 1, that's going to be v squared because they both get a v. Now the 3 has no v, but the 6 has that v1, so I'm just going to put in that v1. Now from here, we cannot combine these. A lot of people think that we can add these together, but this is a squared and this is the 1, so that doesn't add. My final answer is 12v squared plus, because it's a positive, 18v. And you don't put the 1 whenever it's a v. You have to put the squared, you don't have to put the 1. All right. Now again, here's another monomial. The monomial is -4. Actually, that's not a monomial, it's a constant. Sorry. So I have this constant that's multiplying with this binomial. So there's a v, and then there's a positive 1. All right, and you can put the plus 1 if you want. So what is 4 times v? All right, now remember, there's supposed to be a 1 here. There's also supposed to be a 1 here. So multiply the big numbers. We multiply the big numbers. What's 1 times -4? It's be -4. 1 times -4 again, -4. Now this v has to drop into this box. There is no v with this one, so all you're going to just put a v right here. This 1 doesn't have any variables. The -4 doesn't have any variables, so this is my answer. -4v, and then minus, because it's -4. That one's actually pretty confusing. Even though it's really easy, it's pretty confusing. And then we get into like binomials. So right here, I have a binomial and a binomial. So for the 8p, my first one, 8p and -2, I'm going to write it like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and create my box. This is where it looks more like a Punnett square. And then I have this 6p and this +2. And I'm going to go ahead and break it up. So now I'm going to multiply all of my big numbers. So what is 6 times 8? I believe that's 48. Please double check that. 6 times -2, plug that in the calculator. You should get -12. 2 times +8 is 16. And then 2 times -2 is -4. All right, so all I did was multiply everything. Now I have to put the variables. So remember, this is a P1 and a P1. Some people like to put the little P1, P1. So this box, it gets a P, and then this box gets another one. So we have P squared, because 1 plus 1 is 2. Now, if I go down, this box gets a P because of the 6, but there is no P because of the 2. So this is just a P1. This box where the 16 is, there's no P on the top, but there is this one on the side because of that 8. So I have another P1. And then the last box, the -4, doesn't get anything because there's no P's on the 2's. Now this is where everyone gets messed up. They think this is the answer, but we're actually not done. We have to add all the ones with the same variables. So 48p squared, that's the only p squared. 48p squared. But we have a -12 plus 16. So put this in the calculator. What is -12? This box plus this box, because they both have P1s. I believe you're going to come out with a +4, and then don't forget your little P1. And then this -4 is by itself. There's no other numbers that are just constants, so then you put -4. So your answer is actually a trinomial. This is a quadratic trinomial, right? If you want extra credit and identify what your answer is, so this is a quadratic trinomial. This one, this is a linear binomial. Oh, that's like super extra credit right there. I like it. This is a quadratic, because remember, the 2 is the biggest one, and this is a binomial. So this is a quadratic. Uh-oh. Misspelled that. Binomial, because it's 2. Well, that's good extra credit right there. That's like good. So, all right, same thing right here. Binomial, I have an x and a minus 3. I have a 6x and a minus 2. Now, if you want to put a 1 here, put your little ones. Let's break it up. Let's break it up. Multiply the big numbers. 6 times 1, 6 times negative 3. Negative 2 times 1, negative 2 times negative 3. That's going to be a positive 6. This box gets an x and then an x, so that's x squared. And then this one gets 1x, just chilling, x1. There's no x here, but there's an x on the outside, so don't miss that. That's x1. And then this one doesn't get anything because there's no x's. All right, so again, 6x squared. Go ahead and add my two x1 boxes. What's a negative 18 plus a negative 2? A lot of people are going to mess up. Negative 18 plus negative 2 is negative 20. x1, and then you have a positive 6, so put a plus 6. So again, my answer is a quadratic. And it's quadratic because of this 2 right here. The biggest exponent is a 2. And it has 3 terms, so it's a trinomial. All right, so you're gonna finish the front. All right, you're gonna finish the front. If you want a quiz, if you finish the front, extra credit for the naming. All right, now if you want like a quiz grade, you can do the back. All right, this is for a quiz grade. It'll replace your lowest quiz. If you do the back, same thing. It's a little bit different because you have a trinomial. So you're gonna have a 2 by 3 box. It's gonna be a little bit bigger, but that's worth a quiz grade right here. If anything, just finish the front.